everyone, I'm Yasmin Woodland and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about some crazy news that actually broke out about 3 years ago. It's been about this coach. His name is John Connor. Now, he was a dance teacher who appeared on the Lifetime reality show Bring It. Now, he just recently pled guilty in Tennessee to actually raping a 16-year-old student and exposing the boy to HIV. Now, it states that the 30-year-old avoided the trial when he pled guilty to criminal exposure to HIV, statutory rape, and an authority figure and solicitation of a minor on November 19th. Now, this entire situation is crazy because it states that he actually met the boy online, like via social media in 2015. Now, it states Connor was 26 at the time, and the 16-year-old boy, they actually engaged in unprotected sex numerous times in the back seat of his car. Now, subsequently, it states that the minor actually joined Connor's dance team, the infamous Dancerettes, which were actually featured on the show Bring It. It states that the relationship between the teacher and student reportedly continued via text messages that included details about their sexual activity and nude photos. It states that prosecutors say Connor did not inform the teen that he was actually diagnosed with HIV back in 2012. In August of 2016, it states that the boy learned of Connor's HIV positive status, and that is actually when he told his parents about the sexual activity with Connor. It was around the time he also tested positive for the virus as well. Connor is actually scheduled to be sentenced on December 20th and currently has 2 other cases pending involving sex with partners ages ranging between 17 and 24. Wow, this is crazy. This is sick. So I vividly remember this happening it was about 3 years ago. That's crazy. It's been 3 years. What have I been doing in my life? I heard this story about 3 years ago, and it was stating that he actually infected, as we all know, he's a dance teacher there on Bring It, and I never suspected any foul play from this guy, but it wasn't until I read an article that stated he actually tested positive for HIV, and it also stated that he had infected one of the dancers on the team. So I just automatically assumed that it was maybe one of the girls, maybe one of the main cast members or something like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this huge scandal is about to break out. But it actually it ended up being a young boy that had actually eventually joined his team and stuff like that. And it stated that Connor was actually HIV positive in 2012 and did not even inform the boy that he had HIV. Come on, man. Come on. Number one, first and foremost, why are you sleeping with a child? That's number one. Number two, why are you not saying your status, your HIV status? That's something that's criminal. Duh. You're supposed to say, hey, I'm positive, or hey, I'm this. You're supposed to let people know that. But the fact that you took it upon yourself to still sleep with this boy unprotected, knowing that you had HIV, is wrong and is sick. And to say that he actually has 2 more cases pending against him, ranging between the ages of 17 to 24. So he's done this before. And it's sick to me because that little boy didn't have a chance. He was 16. Yes, he has a mind of his own. Yes, he is not, defenseless like he's a little child or anything like that. But he's still underage, and he's still at an impressionable young age to where when you have a 26-year-old adult, they can persuade you, they can talk to you, be in your ear about anything. So to give this child at the time a disease and not even tell them, that to me, you deserve every ounce of the book that the law wants to throw at you, because you're wrong and that is not right. Now that boy is going to forever be affected. He's going to always be sick because that's incurable to my knowledge, and there's other victims out there. So you victimize children and you give them a disease knowing that you're positive. And I remember at one point Connor, you know, John Connor was saying like something, well, my HIV was undetectable. You know, you couldn't tell. I didn't know. It's undetectable. It's undetectable. It's undetectable. That doesn't mean anything. So what? You're still supposed to disclose your status to people that's your sexual partners. I mean, suppose this 16-year-old boy is also sleeping with someone his age, also sleeping with this person, also sleeping with that person. Now you just got HIV spreading because of you. Now, mind you, as an individual, you're supposed to protect yourself. You're supposed to wear protection. You're supposed to take preventative measures to not contract anything. I understand that. And I'm not, you know, solely blaming Connor, excuse me, for that, but you know, the 16-year-old, he could have protected himself as well. But when it comes to diseases, you are supposed to let people know your status. And that is just, that's just sad, dude. Like, I just don't see how people can do that. You can look somebody in the face and still sleep with them knowing that you're, like, the moment you do whatever, they're going to be infected. And you're just okay with that. And then you kept sleeping with them. You kept doing it. And then you victimize other people. Like, I'm done. I'm done. I was never a fan of this show anyway. I was never a fan of Bring It. I never watched it. I watched it briefly, but then I turned the channel because a lot of their dance moves and all the stuff that they were doing were already too much for me personally. I don't like seeing people that's that young dancing so provocatively, and you can just see a bunch of men just staring at them. So I never really watched that show to begin with. I always thought that show was too much. It's off the top. Y'all are dancing like y'all are at a strip club. That's never appropriate for teenagers. So since when is that okay? Since when is that deemed okay? Let's give them a show. I don't know. I never supported it, and this just validates my my thoughts on it. So this is crazy news, man. This is crazy news spilling. I pray that that family of the 16-year-old boy and the other victims seek help. I hope that they maintain their health. And there's definitely some lawsuits pending. I'm pretty sure that's going to come down the pipeline in regards to the victims. I mean, that's just crazy. It's sad. They just never had a chance. They never had a chance. So comment your thoughts below on this entire situation involving John Connor from Bring It actually being HIV positive and actually pleading guilty to multiple charges, including statutory rape of a minor. Thank you all so much. I'm Yasmin Woodland. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video.